So Paul Salmon here again. This will be part 3 of our shut the engine off saga with the gyroplane. And again, we're doing this to illustrate how safe the gyroplane is, and if you lose an engine, how easy it is to get back onto the ground safely. And so in this installment, we're going to take off. We're going to fly to the south for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. We'll shut the engine down and see if we can get it on the ground safely. And let's see how this one goes.
Alright, so we're up here, actually about 3,500, and it's right at 10 minutes. I'm going to throttle back here, cool it down. Visibility is absolutely horrible today. It's hazy as all get out. The higher it gets, worse the visibility gets. So, alright, going to shut her down. Alright, looking around, I got a bunch of trees down here. That's not going to work. Got open fields with short trees in it. Here's a farm field. Alright, here's perfect. Here's a farm field with a road right in the middle of it. Let me get my nose down and get over there too. So if you're picking a farm field, ones that go right through the middle of a field, this one looks like it's probably a wheat field that was drilled for soybeans. It's no-till. And so I got no obstructions other than 2 irrigation sets. Usually work around those. You want to watch, if you grab a road that's on the edge of a field, there may be wires along. You might not see the poles till the very last. I'm going to pick this one right here under me. Actually, this looks pretty good. That's several. I could actually go to this one over here. I could go to this short dirt field here. But again, you might be surprised that goes out to buildings there. But it gets surprised by some wires. Could make the highway out in front of me, but it's got wires. It's got poles and wires on it, so that's a no. All right, wind's out of the east, so coming around. I'll set this up again for this road right here that goes right through the middle of that field. Farmers keep the roads in pretty good shape. That road's right through the middle of an area that's, like I say, drilled for soybeans.
Cape there, you want to stay on this frequency?
So it should be pretty smooth.
Affirmative, sir. You can go ahead and remain this for a taxi park. Welcome to Cape, sir.
All right, so I got my field.
It's definitely warm, that's for sure.
If we can make this okay. Yeah, that's a wheat field that's been harvested and drilled for soybeans. So that'll be pretty smooth. All right, now I'm going to get my nose down to get my speed back. I'll land with it. I'll just straddle the intersection here. We're on the ground. All right, we'll line it off and go. Soft field takeoff. There we go, we're in the air. All right. 65 and we're climbing. Okay, so you got an engine quit. Got a lot of options. Don't quit thinking. Look around, see what you can find. Like this cornfield right here. This would be the worst thing to try to make a landing into. But right next to that cornfield was that soybean field that's just been drilled, low crops, nice smooth road in the center, easy to get into. So keep looking around. Keep your options open if you need to switch something. If I was coming down and all of a sudden I saw wires on that road, all I'd have to do is sidestep, turn sideways, line myself up with the roads, and set the aircraft down in the field, in the soybean field. Don't quit thinking.
Okay, so that went pretty well. We're able to get the aircraft back onto the ground safely in the event of the engine loss. And you know, in this modern era, we're putting all this quote-unquote safety equipment onto aircraft, such as we're putting parachutes on airplanes. We got ADSB in and out, so you can see where the other guys are at and all that. And all those things are going to increase safety. There's no doubt about it. However, you can't get away from the fact that the best piece of safety equipment on board the aircraft is a well-trained pilot. Okay, it is utmost. All right. So when you guys are out flying, and I don't care what you're flying, if you're flying an airplane, flying helicopters, gyroplanes, whatever, when you do your manual flight review, and even throughout the year, you ought to get together with your instructor and practice some emergency landings. It is an extreme confidence builder. If you've done a bunch of emergency landings with the aircraft to the point where you feel like, I know I can get this thing onto the ground, not going to tear it up, and certainly not going to get hurt, you have a completely different attitude about flying the aircraft. It's like I said, it's an extreme confidence builder. I highly recommend it. So, okay, so that's part 3, the southbound leg here. Next, we're going to go to the east. Actually, I'm going to go to the southeast so that I stay within the state of Missouri and not over into Illinois. But we'll go southeast next, fly for 10 or 15 minutes, shut it down, and see if we can get it on the ground safely once again. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.